What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports Max, you guys, with another video. I'm here with you guys with another training camp preview with my guy, Kevin Wood. He's on to come on to talk about the Chicago Bears training camp, give you guys some analysis, some players to watch, and some things to watch for the Chicago Bears when they begin their training camp in 2019. So before I begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. So, Kevin, thanks for coming on today, man.
No problem, no problem.
So, the first thing I want to talk about is Mitch Trubisky. So, what are you expecting for out of Mitch Trubisky when Chicago Bears begin their training camp in 2019? What are some things that he has to improve on coming from a very good and impressive 2018 NFL season? What do you think he needs to work on and improve on when the Chicago Bears begin their training camp in 2019?
I think his accuracy, decision making, as far as making, not looking too nervous in the pocket as he did from time to time last year. Made a few overthrows. Anthony Miller, there's been, spotty consistency there. So if he could be more consistent, I think that they can make the next step as far as in the playoffs and the offense as a whole, especially Nagy's system.
Yeah, do you think he has a good chance to win the NFL MVP? Because a lot of people have been betting on him to win NFL MVP in 2019. As a Bears fan, since you're a fan, do you think that he has a realistic shot of winning NFL MVP?
No, I don't. I don't really think he has that ability. I think that he has the ability to put him over the top. I myself projected about 30 to 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions in the 3,000 range. That's what I'm thinking at. I think with David Montgomery, Tariq Cohen, and a lot of different, variables, I think that they're going to spread the offense all around a lot more. Just depends on how well Nagy lets him go. That's the biggest thing I would think of.
So I want to ask you about the halfback position. So you guys traded away Jordan Howard. A lot of people were a little bit surprised that you guys traded him away a little bit because he's a pretty solid halfback. But I figure you guys traded him away because he didn't really fit that Matt Nagy system versus a guy like a Tyreek Cohen who is a burner and is able to do so many things. So who do you see stepping up behind after the Jordan Howard trade? What are some guys that we need to look for? You guys drafted a guy out of Iowa State. Are there some other guys that we should know about?
David Montgomery from Iowa State, that you're talking about, third round. Um, and Mike Davis that came over. He does a little bit of. He could be more of a third and two type situations. But David Montgomery, he's got hands. It gives them more flexibility. Cordell Patterson has played running back at with New England last year, so I can see that as well. Um, I think there's a lot of interchangeable parts. And there's a kid out of Florida Atlantic. Can't remember his name, but we got him in the later round, so he's another kid that I can see getting touches later on in the season as he progresses.
Yeah. So who do you think is going to end up starting at that halfback spot? Do you think Tyreek Cohen will end up starting there, or is he just more as a versatility kind of player? He's not really a starting back, but he's a guy who has the potential who can line up at several positions. Or do you think Montgomery's going to end up starting at that halfback spot?
I think for Tariq's mental aspect, I think would you want to be the starting running back? Um, I think he has the ability to run in between the tackles. I know a lot of people say a lot about his size and him being smaller, but you really watched the Bears last year. You seen him make cuts and was able to, do that in between the tackles outside. But at the end of the day, you want to keep him healthy. So I see really a three-headed horse between Mike Davis, David Montgomery, and Tariq Cohen. So I think to begin with, the starter will always be Tariq Cohen in my mind.
So I want to ask you about the safety position. So I've been looking at some position battles for the Chicago Bears. You guys don't really have a lot of them, but a big position battle going in for you guys at training camp is going to be who ends up replacing Adrian Amos, who ended up going. Was it Adrian Amos that went to Green Bay?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we picked up HaHa Clinton Dix, which I think is going to be a better acquisition than a lot of people think. I think we honestly got better. I think a lot of Amos' success came based off of Eddie Jackson being in the backfield and him able to take those risks, knowing, hey, I got Eddie Jackson back there. We do have Prince Makamura and Kyle Fuller, so that secondary is something special, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've been telling people I think Kyle Fuller is the best cornerback in all of football. I mean, the season prior in 2017, he led the NFL in drop interceptions. If he was able to catch at least 60% of those, he would have led the NFL in receptions. Probably would have had like 10 receptions or some crazy stat like that. He was actually able to catch a lot more this season. I thought he was the best cornerback in all of football last season, stats wise and on the field wise. I thought he was shut down, didn't really allow a lot of big plays. So to me, I thought he was the best cornerback in the NFL. But here's my biggest question. How are you guys going to end? How is the defense going to be without Nick Fangio? Because we know that Vic Fangio, he was the mastermind behind that astonishing Chicago Bears defense, plus the Khalil Mack trade, which made the defense a lot better as well. Now he's the head coach of Denver. Can you see the Chicago Bears having a little bit of a drop off this season without Vic Fangio being the defensive coordinator?
No, I honestly think we get better. I think a lot of people don't understand that Chuck Pagano was back when Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and those great defenses. He was part of it. He actually was trying to get Ed Reed to coach secondary. That was another thing, but just think Khalil Mack actually getting a training camp, and another one is Roquan. He didn't play in training camp, so there's another one. And this defense is gonna be a lot different. Chuck Chuck Pagano, he is more of a blitzing, and he likes to send pressures. You've probably seen defenses like Rex Ryan, where Rob Ryan, they like to. That's all kind of the Baltimore background. So that's what you're gonna see more than anything.
So we're going so we're going to see a lot of more exotic blitzes. I like that because I think that fits the defense a lot more. You got guys like Khalil Mack. You guys have Hakeem Hicks up front there as well. He was pretty good last season as well. Roquan Smith there as well. A lot of speed on that defense, especially on the front seven. So I like the fact that you guys are going to blitz a lot more, especially when you look at this division. This division, the offensive lines, they're not really that good. Minnesota doesn't really have that good of an offensive line. Their offensive line was god awful last season. Aaron Rodgers back there, I mean, his offensive line was even better. I mean, I remember last season when you guys played them week one, Aaron Rodgers basically didn't really have that good of a blocking for like the first three quarters, and then in the fourth quarter it improved a little bit. But I mean, I think you guys having a guy like Chuck Pagano, I think that defense could end up being better since you guys are going to end up blitzing a lot more. So the last thing I want to ask you about is some players to watch going into training camp. What are some of your players to watch for the Chicago Bears?
I'd go with Buster Screen. I think a lot of people don't realize when he was in Cleveland, he was one of the best slot corners, which got him a good contract with the Jets. But we all know the Jets defense was god awful. But there's a kid out of Kansas State, cornerback. He's definitely someone to look for. He's another slot corner that they said that could fight Buster Screen for that position. The only reason he really dropped is because he had an injury back in school, but you can look back to Eddie Jackson for that. Another one is Hall,
Emmanuel
undrafted free
Hall.
agent.
Hmm.
Yep. And then another one is definitely the Ridley Ridley kid, he's gonna make I think he's gonna make an early impact. Javon Wims, he's one that another wide receiver that we didn't really get to see much last year. He's a 7th-round pick from last year's draft. So
Very good, and he had a very good preseason last year for the Chicago Bears, if I recall.
yeah, he did, and I would love to see how he gets factored in there. So there's a more than a few that I think those are just the top ones that I could think of off the top of my head.
Okay, everybody. So this is my guy Kevin Wood coming on, giving some insight and some analysis for the Chicago Bears 2019 training camp. And Kevin Wood, thanks for coming on, man.
No problem.
All right, everybody. This is it for this video. Everybody, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and comment what are some things that you guys are going to be looking forward to and watching when Chicago Bears begin their training camp in 2019. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.